What's going on, YouTube? It's the Motivational Gamer here. Back at you guys with another one. Give me a few seconds to get everything together and then we'll be ready to go. I'm having a good day. Hope you guys are as well. Excuse me. Alright. Jeez. Let's get this together and then I'll be ready to go. There's that, there's this, and boom, there's that. Alright. One last thing I gotta do is get it on my phone. And for those of you who are watching or will watch this later, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I stream. Let's get this thing going. I don't quite remember what I was doing. Oh, okay. I gotta figure out wherever this is.
Revelio.
Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to fast travel there because I don't know where we're close to it. So I think I fixed the audio. I asked the people who participated in yesterday's stream to let me know how the audio sounded.
Can you help me?
When I watched the replay, it was too loud. The sound effects were too loud. So maybe, just maybe,
In the Goblin Rebellion of 17.
it's fixed now.
Magic was Albert Booth.
I'm not even watching the thing is the waypoint. But yeah, hopefully it's fixed now. So you guys should be able to hear me a lot better. The last two streams were kind of loud. What I'll probably do after this is watch the replay on this before the next stream. So if I need to turn it down more, I can do so.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Serona and the patrons at the Three Drumsticks not intervened.
This is great news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, The goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes.
So,
I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment.
this is my second
It's a map
time
of
playing through the
Hogwarts,
game,
to be sure.
so I'm
but
gonna
I
be
do not
kind of
know
fast
where it
tracking it, to
leads.
be honest.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
So,
Revelio.
that's stupid. It just said that I was tracking that quest. Okay, maybe I undid it then.
Revelio.
Something somewhere around here. Cats. Probably gonna miss a whole lot of stuff, to be honest. Okay, it's supposed to be outside that door. I keep forgetting. This mansion is huge.
Sometimes they'll help me.
Okay. That's something
Oh,
else.
a new student will to help me with my stuff.
You're gonna have to wait, lady.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Some kind soul help me.
Supposed to be going up these stairs then. Here.
Revelio.
nothing here. Stop diverting from the where I'm supposed to go.
Revelio.
There's a big right here. I think I need to push spell for that one.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there. Leviosa.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And, to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Yeah, why not?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Yeah, why not?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Accio.
There goes my way.
Protego.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Leviosa. You're better than that.
Oh, press the wrong button.
Act like a winner.
Protego.
Leviosa. Find the one. Expulso.
Leviosa. Accio. Lumos.
Good
That's all
light.
you've got?
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought.
I'm glad we're about
Hope to see you back here again.
Come on, Rose. Let's do it.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to
Come
practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast
Training
all your
dummy.
spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio. Levioso.
Nicely done.
Levioso. Accio.
That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Yeah, I know.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed?
Talking crazy.
Apologies in advance.
Another one talking crazy. Alright, let's do this.
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
Not rumors.
That's all you've got? Defendo. Stupid one. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Stupid one.
Don't shy away now.
Accio. Lumos.
Give 'em what for. Leviosa.
Stupid one.
Just to mic you up here. Act like a winner. Take it.
Lumos. Accio. Sego.
There goes my weight. Come on.
Leviosa.
Come on, bro.
Sego. Leviosa. I'm the one. Arrest the momentum. Leviosa.
Accio.
That chick here. All she do is keep casting the same thing. Hold that, baby. That too. I got time for you. Oh,
What's
that's the same thing like 5 times in a row.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished.
Let me get back to where I need to be now.
If only a new student was helping with a sad predicament.
Not a sad predicament.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hackett.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate. and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Incendio.
How do you do that?
Incendio.
Whatever. Can't be bothered.
Kind soul, help me.
Where's the thing that's right here? It looks like
Revelio.
if there's something in front of this statue. Somewhere else. It's probably like a flying page or something.
Ah, there you are.
See what the professor wants.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hackett.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That dude sounds like a douche.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Not endure. Talk to Sebastian. We'll have this conversation with Sebastian.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Sebastian, there you are. There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Alright, let's do it.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
My spells are free. Why is that thing on the bottom still there?
Quiet.
Librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Revelio. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
I don't trust him.
The key. Here it is.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Come on.
Goodness gracious, what a mess.
Time to lit. We in there. See what we got going on down here. Where's the staircase? Okay.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Like you even gotta watch out for the ghosts. That's trash. Oh.
Should be in the clear. Skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Because Merlin knows everyone else is giving up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
Another
You're being
desert
awfully
guy.
cryptic.
Revelio.
Come on, man. Why is he moving so slow?
Levioso!
Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
This dude's an absolute lame. Where's the,
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
I go in my spell book and pull out this joint real quick.
Reparo.
Yeah. Come on, man. This camera angles. Interesting.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. That's it. There must be more to this room.
That was it. Definitely somewhere we ain't supposed to be.
Where might this lead?
There.
Levioso. Accio. Reparo. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Ah, I need to wake up that wooden over there.
Okay, you need to wake up the room.
Revelio.
I see that. Let me see what other spells I got here. Birth Dry.
Lumos. I wonder if I can hit the room with a spell.
Man, this a basic cast. They disrespectful. Alright.
Not
Gonna be a
surprising.
fight.
Guards at the ready.
Good. guess I might as well use the 8 magic that I do have. Now, oh. Body. So damn. Alright, bro. I already figured it out. Y'all want me to use that 8 magic so bad. Okay. Oh! Shit, I got caught. Alright, see. How do we get to that part?
Revelio.
Is there another gear somewhere? Build the bridge for that. I built the bridge for that. But how would I move this?
Accio.
Nah.
Accio.
It doesn't have the thing where you can pull it. Maybe it's something I have to come back for later. Because I don't see anything attached to that that would help. Get on with it now. Oh! Yeah, that thing disappeared quickly. That was crazy.
This must be the way forward, but to where?
Interesting. So this moves with you. So I'm assuming once I get over here, if I move towards this, maybe I move towards here. It's a weird mechanism. I ain't gonna worry about that right now. Go back this way.
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Let me change some of my gear real quick. Looking like a homeless dude now. Alright, get busy.
Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupid one.
What? Didn't even hit him. That was just dumb. Alright, so
Revelio.
It is a book after all.
trying to bind lines into a beautiful place.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald. Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach. Welcome.
Professor Rookwood. Professor McCall.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a fifth year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a fifth year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morgan, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited Orlando.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morgan.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
They should have knew it was a problem when she ain't say nothing. They ain't gonna answer answer back.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
That goes just telling on everybody.
Lumos.
I need to put back on the other. I think I do.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, I just saw something. Not this butterfly thing. Or the side push.
Revelio. Revelio.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. A visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough.
Details.
In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them
John
as
Cena?
well.
What you been up to, man? No big deal, man. You're here now. Alright, let me save this real quick. And then continue going.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harley, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Keep pressing okay. What the hell is she talking about? World map. Okay, continue.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Well, the game picks up after about level 15, so it seems boring for a while, but then you start to understand the game, and then it's like, alright, it's pretty cool after that. I personally was never really a Harry Potter fan. I mean, who didn't watch the first movie? I might have seen parts of the second movie, but I was never really a Harry Potter fan. But this game is pretty dope, in my opinion at least. But yeah, in the beginning it's a little bit boring. It's kind of slow to warm up to or what have you. So at first it's gonna seem like you can't even play. You don't even want to play the game. But like I said, I've already beat the game, so I know that by the time it starts to feel like that, the game actually starts to take off. And then at that point, it's pretty much nothing but action from that point on. But I think that they wrote the game kind of like a movie, so to speak. Because maybe Batman and Assassin's Creed is a better game than that. I think they all have their differences. I wouldn't say they're better. Like this is huge open world, kind of like Batman and Assassin's Creed. Well, some Batman games and Assassin's Creed games. But the difference I would say with this is that they went off of the story to Hogwarts, kind of, but you know they twisted it a little bit. So in Hogwarts, I mean, you're not gonna in Harry Potter, the first thing that they did wasn't like start fighting people all over the place. They had to learn in class and do all that. Like, so they tried to make it authentic to what the movie was, in my opinion, which is why it starts off so slow like this.
I'm just onion again.
Because for a while, like I said, the first 15 levels is kind of slow.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
I don't think I played Assassin's Creed Mirage. I played some of the other Assassin's Creed, but I didn't like the sneaking around so much, man. Assassin's Creed for me got too much sneaking around. It's like everything's sneaking around. I just don't like that aspect of that game. Everything else is really cool.
We do look forward to growing together.
But the whole sneaking everywhere, you're a spy. You can't get caught ever. Every single time you get caught,
this year will be
a million people come kill you. I just don't have time for
the
that.
most important thing cultivated in herbology.
That's why I never really liked what other game was like kind of like that. Metal Gear Solid was like that too, I think. I don't know if it was that much, but I hated the whole sneaking around thing.
Today we will
Now, if I gotta sneak around, you know, every other mission,
known as the Mandrake.
I don't want to play it. But if I gotta sneak around like every once in a while, I can play that game.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
And like the game, in this game, you gotta learn how to grow the plants that you need to use to make the potions you need to use.
Everyone, rip the mandrake by the tendrils.
The plants to fight and all that stuff. And Batman is fighting a lot, and I love to fight. Well, see there, that's what I mean. So like, I love fighting games too. So I'm more of a, you know, Mortal Kombat, Tekken type game player. But I also like adventure games. I like big open world games. So that's what attracted me to this. And quite honestly, like I said, the games are different. In my opinion, they're just different for a reason. You see what I'm saying? You don't buy a Bentley wanting it to drive like a Honda. Like it's not the same thing. So I think that's the main concept that they were trying to do with this game. It's like, you know, they have differences. This is not the typical open world game or the typical. This is kind of more like an RPG than an adventure game, though, honestly.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting
like Injustice 2, yeah, you've seen, I got a lot of gameplay on Injustice 2 and all that stuff. But, as a matter of fact, I just made another video on Injustice 2 the other day.
They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Not a live stream, but an actual video.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a man.
Yeah, like I said, I play those games for
now, as I mentioned,
the fighting portion of them.
Dittany.
Not so much the story portion.
I already have some, Professor.
I do like the storylines in those games
you
too.
Visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful.
This game is like I said, it's probably, I would say this game is
I've arranged for you to have your
like
own
50-50. It's like half storyline, half
wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice.
Half non-storyline.
Plant the seeds there now.
But the difference is you have to play through all of it.
Even with soil,
versus
sunlight, and a bit
games
of
like
magic.
Injustice 2 have a storage mode where if you just want to play the story, you can do that. If you don't want to just play the story, you can do something else. So it all depends.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now,
that makes sense.
What say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flower.
Well, I don't know, when I got my PS5, I've had my PS5 for like,
some plants are better suited
I've had it for a while though.
Outside
at least 3 years.
The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on.
And
dear, and let them have a good chomping.
When I first got my PS5, I
They're
got
in the other
the
greenhouse.
2 terabyte
It's just at the end of the
SSD for
footbridge
it.
leading out of this room.
So I
Your
haven't had
classmate, Mr.
any
Pruitt,
problem
has
with
kindly
space.
offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have. Here we are.
But honestly,
Home of
like
the
I said,
Chinese chomping cabbage.
I play different games for different reasons.
Go on. Grab a few of those
I'm
cabbages.
Call of Duty
Just
and
mind your
Fortnite
focus.
it
I
out.
almost lost a thumb once.
I never
Now,
really
see that dummy?
got into those
Just toss the
games.
cabbages at it.
I'm not really a first-person shooter game player, but yeah, I can't with Call of Duty or Fortnite. I'm not interested.
Look at that. They'll trample anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out.
Attack with dummy
Did save
with
them,
chomping
you know,
cabbage.
but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they?
But yeah, Need for Speed I played.
Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs.
Forza
The
Horizon
kind of bloods that
5,
have your
games
back
like
and
that.
front.
I also played.
Not saying you can't go it alone.
I played like Darksiders 3.
Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy
played,
doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
God of
It's chaos out
War
there.
2018.
Trolls in Hogsmeade and such.
Ragnarok.
You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if
of course,
necessary.
Hogwarts
Doggery and
Legacy.
Deathcap has more of them, if you're keen.
MK
Other plants too. Ones your parents would plant in the
MK11,
garden.
MK.
You get the idea.
1.
Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
I have MKX and
Take your time. I'll see you
MK10.
back in class.
I think I even have MK9 on both of my systems, but I don't really play them no more. I got Tekken 7, bunch of other games. You have a lot of space on your PS5. Not lagging, my friend. Because my friend had a PS4 that had 2 terabytes. And his PS4 has so much games. PS4 lagging it. Well, you know, they're made with different hardware, so like the problems that the PS3 or PS4 was having, the PS5 was not having. Like, but then again, I don't really overload my games either. So like, I have 2 terabytes outside of whatever the game the system comes with. I think like
Remarkable
600
plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't
something
too
gigs.
much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks.
but,
Missing digits. And good, as you
I
do
don't-
seem to be quite.
Like I said, I don't try to load my PS5 up
I'm
either.
eager to see your skill.
Like
in
when
this
I
will
do
continue
all my
to blossom.
streaming and my, or not my streaming, but when I do all my videos, after I use my PS5 editor to
Magical plants have so much to offer.
cut up the videos or whatever the
I
case
need
might
to
be,
learn more.
and I save them to the PS5, after I put them on my flash drive to put them on the computer, I erase all those videos.
It will tend
So
to
it's
you.
not just sitting on the PS5 taking
Well,
up
I
space.
suppose that's everything. Do come by for
And
a
then,
chat
like I said,
sometime. I so
I
enjoy checking in with my
there's only a
new
couple of
students.
games that I have that are like huge games. A lot of them are not just monstrously sized games. Let's see, let me set a waypoint to this other thing. These PS4, every game opens, has an update. Well, I don't know, man. At that point, I gotta start asking myself, is it worth having that much stuff on a system? Like, I don't. I gotta start asking myself questions like that, because this is like, do I really need all of that on one system? Because you really don't. Like, who has the time to... Well, I'm not gonna say who has the time. You can make the time to play all those games, but it's like, I don't know. When you're dealing with work, if you have kids, all that other stuff, it's like, I don't know. So that's a lot of time and energy to put into games. If you're filling up a 2 terabyte hard drive, even just a 2 terabyte, and you're playing every single game that you have, yeah, there's no way. That's a lot of time that you're putting into gaming. If you ain't like a well-known streamer or a well-known gamer at that point, that just sounds like very time consuming. That's just my personal opinion.
Have you ordered someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
It's a purpose stuff. Oh, okay, it's just something in potions class. Alright, cool. Begin potions class real quick. Whew. But then again, I leave my PS5 in rest mode most of the time, so I never have an update. That's another thing.
You will be
Because
required
rest
to
mode
reach
works
new
so well
heights
now.
of both discipline and
I never have an
intellect.
update because my PS5 is always connected to
You
the
will
internet.
begin this term
So
by
when it
brewing
does,
a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar,
when it does
can
need
you
to be
tell us
updated, it's
why
already
this
updated.
particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw.
I don't know. Maybe he just likes
Before
variety.
today's class is completed, each
I ain't
of you will
judging.
have
Maybe he
brewed a
just likes
Wiggenweld
to
potion
be able to play a
of
different game
your
every day.
own.
But what I'll say to that is
You
that
never know when you might need it.
how much of these games is he
Please
actually
begin.
beating or finishing? That's the next question. Like,
Use a strong.
because like even the people who you see stream and they're really good at like Mortal Kombat or something like that, they're doing the 15 hit combos. The thing with
Please
them,
be meticulous when adding powder to your
well,
potions.
probably more
One
than 15
errant
hits,
sneeze.
but they're doing 45 hit combos or whatever. The thing with them is they're spending so much time practicing those combos. I mean, even if they're a natural at it, they still have to spend the time to practice to get the timing down to be able to pull that stuff off. And even the people who play Call of Duty who get 15 kills every thing they're in, 15 or above, they're spending a lot of time to master that skill. So it's like, yeah, like I said, if you're playing 45 games, it's going to be kind of hard to master any of them. Just to be honest.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology
GTA
class.
5.
And rarer
Well, the
ones can
weird
be
thing about
purchased.
GTA 5 now is that
Others,
they
however,
split it in two.
may be harder to
So the
obtain
original
and
GTA
will
5
require
is
you
like
to be a
80
bit
gigs
more
on my Series X.
resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing.
But the GTA 5 online was
We'll
like
see if it was
120
skill or
gigs.
luck the first time around.
So, I mean, that just goes to show you what the difference is. But even GTA 5 by itself, it still has the online feature, which is weird. So
My parents considered keeping me
I don't know
home
what
from
to
school
call
this
it.
year after the
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you had permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He
I mean,
wants
but
to
you
get
gotta
more
ask yourself,
ingredients to brew another
how
potion.
much of those
Brilliant.
games are they finishing?
You, my friend,
Even if they
have
play
been
for
presented
4 or
with
5
an
hours.
extraordinary opportunity.
Are
I'm
they
Gareth,
finishing
by
the
way.
game for 4 or
Gareth
5
Weasley.
hours?
Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be
What is 300
everywhere.
Malaysian ring? I
Listen,
don't even know what that
anyone
currency
with
is.
full-size brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something
What is
that's
it
certain to
in
be spectacular. I'm just missing one
it's
tiny
USD?
last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather.
As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fupa feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fupa feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not...
Let's get the things that I need.
Revelio.
Anything else in here?
Wizard Oral has a few potions on hand.
Let's do that.
Here's the Fupa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
I gotta brew this potion. It only takes like 30 seconds, so it's not that bad. My space just... Why don't you buy, I mean, I know that the internal hard drives were big back in the day with the PS4s. Do they not have the ability to hook up external hard drives anymore?
And now we add the Mallow Suite, and... That's odd. What's happening?
We're about to blow up the whole
Wait,
thing.
it's not supposed to... Ah!
Call of Duty is...
Get it!
Yeah? That's why I can't be bothered.
Dragon done! What happened?
120 gigs for a game. If you're gonna spend 120 gigs on a game, you better be enjoying that game, whatever game that
Sorry,
was.
Professor.
Like, for the longest time, I had Avengers downloaded on both consoles. I think I still have it on my PS5 because I have the space.
To me as well.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
The PS5.
I was merely trying to help.
Like I said, I had the space for that, but I think that game, after it was all said and done, was like 212 gigs. With all the add-ons and everything I had with it, it's just too big, man.
You've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence.
But you also got to realize how much programs are running on those games, man. You got
in addition to having
people
a solid
interacting
grasp
with you
of how to
certain
combine
ways
various
and all that
ingredients,
crap.
you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in
There's
herbology.
too much going on. People answer you different every time and stuff like that.
Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing.
Yeah, games have gotten
cannot
expensive.
leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere.
And
That'll be all.
the storage has gotten expensive, but I mean, if you really want to
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one
have
day.
that, be able to do that, then you gotta do what you gotta do. It sucks now. I just bought MK1 for both consoles, and I paid like $75 a piece, so it's $150 in games, like just to stream them. Oh, okay. This is avoid attacks with dodge rolls and use Incendio. Oh, okay, that's something I'm gonna do while I'm out. Yeah, I paid like $150 in just those two games. And they're the same game.
Hogsmeade against
There's no difference.
You know, there is such
But I know I'm
thing
going to
as
play it
trying
on
too
both
hard.
consoles. I'll probably play offline on my Series X and then play online on my PS5. Meaning, like, I was probably streaming off my PS5 and then play it off my Series X.
It's something.
But yeah, at the end of the day, man, you gotta have the money to keep up with these games now, which is crazy. But hey, like I said, when I first bought my PS5, I think I paid $750 for the PS5 because scalpers were still doing their thing. But I got mine brand new in the box though. But I did pay $750 for it. Then I bought the external hard drive. I mean, internal SSD, and that alone at the time was $400.
Revelio.
So, but I was also making like good money at the time, so it wasn't really that big of a deal.
Incendio.
No, it's not necessarily that expensive for us. What it was is that people were doing that scalping thing where they buy up all the PS5s, they sell them for higher prices at the time. And because they were doing that, that's what made it that expensive. They're not that expensive. They're like $500 now.
Horrified I didn't have it in his box.
They're not crazy expensive. This next quest. I try to get these save points everywhere I go because they'll help you port around the city. This game is so big, you're gonna need them. Anytime I run by a save point, I try to make sure I get it. These moonstones don't come into play until, like I said, about level 15. So you can be collecting a bunch of stuff that you're gonna think you don't need until later, and you'll find out why they're there. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, I did need this. I don't even think you get the broomstick until like level 15. Or maybe it was higher than that, I don't remember. But it was somewhere around like halfway through the game.
Revelio.
Probably inside of here. I'm pretty sure it probably is. US dollar been going down the drain for a long time. But I mean, that's just the cost of things in America. And you know, it's always a choice. You don't have to buy video games at all. So it just depends on what you want to spend your money on. How you even but when I was working, the last job I had, I was making $18 an hour. Job before that, $20 an hour. So that's usually about the about how much I was making. I can't really tell you. There's not like a flat rate for how much people make over here.
Incendio.
This
Going
could
on
prove
side
dangerous
push real
if I'm not
quick.
careful.
Yeah, Apex looked fun, but like I said, I'm not really into shooter games, so it's like, for me, it's just like, meh. Doesn't look bad though. Where's my gear? Let's see that. Reach the. I'm gonna put them on here. Let's see. I'm gonna put this on here. That's what I'm saying. All these games are huge. That's probably why most people who play Call of Duty only play Call of Duty, because of how big that game is. Probably don't have much room on their system to play anything else. I play that game every day. If I put 250 gigs in one game too, it's too much. Oh man. Ooh. While they're not the only company that does that, it's just like, I don't know. Call of Duty's at the point though, they got like a huge following too. They're kind of like Nike. They can come out with anything and people will wear it or use it or whatever. So.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they must look me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seeing Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's
before I end the stream, I can show you the PS5 games if you want to stick around. The PS5 is going to be harder to show,
but shouldn't officer Singer handle someone like
Harlow? By my TV,
I spoke with her.
Is like over
she
there.
was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with the students. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about him that Harlow was planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit. Try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
Oh, nothing happened. I just got a bad cough, man. I've been trying to get rid of.
I shall reach out when I know more.
I don't know what it's about. It's not COVID. It's not contagious. It's just a bad cough.
Be on your guard.
What's going on here?
Whew. Jeez. Can't go in there. This is when the game starts to open up a little bit. Start to find people and quests outside of
tired for your stories today. You stay
the things you're supposed to be doing. My goodness.
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
Between where do I live? I live in North Carolina.
Ah, yes. A wonderful choice. I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. Hope to see you again sometime.
Excuse me. Oh, they're the same. One's just a level over.
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to end the stream anyways in a minute.
Hope to see you again sometime.
So stick around for a minute. I'm gonna do my due diligence here in a second, and just stick around, John Cena. You even after I say I'm gonna end the stream, just stick around for a second or two, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Accio.
Protego.
Stupid. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. There's a victory that came none too soon. Ugh.
I'm gonna see how long this quest is real quick. Shouldn't be that long. Excuse me. See if I can have this frame real quick.
Think! I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil.
Nah.
Mr. Rookwood would like a
I used to be in the gym heavy, man. I used to be in great shape, but as of recently, man, I've been just worrying about getting my YouTube channel off the ground. I live in North Carolina.
Let's get this over. Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
More of that. Now, this has become personal.
Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
North Carolina.
Get over here, you insect! We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere with
You take this student over my dead body! Not that!
Accio. Incendio.
You made a grave. Release me!
Incendio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Let's see if I can finish this quest, and then
Are you alright?
I will.
I am, thanks in no small part to your
Get on
excellent
to the next
defensive
one.
skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
The guy was just trippy as
Well,
hell.
you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Lord Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you
Yes,
in
sir.
on
You're a
it.
good friend too, man.
No one has yet managed to figure out how
Here, let me
they
type
work.
it in the chat so you can
I
see.
believe I have just unlocked a
I'm thinking
crucial
I'm saying it
clue.
loud enough,
I
but apparently not.
suspect that Mallow Sweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallow Sweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallow Sweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallow Sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallow Sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these hills here, as well as a
Yeah, sure, man.
swell.
If you want to follow me on Facebook.
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallow Sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
My word! Did you see that? The vines
Yeah, if you type in my YouTube name on Facebook, it'll pop up. The Motivational Gamer, you'll see the same icon.
Levioso. Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sing.
How beautiful!
Yeah,
What's it doing?
that's the same name.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions.
I think my Instagram though has
I must review my
underscores, and my YouTube name doesn't have underscores. Really?
Like this one?
If you look at the top of the screen up here,
Precisely. Well, I think
Like,
each has those telltale
all of
vines
it's right
at
there.
the swell on the ground.
says
You
YouTube, the
should feel
Motivational
free
Gamer,
to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I
Instagram.
need to continue
Okay,
my
Kick.
research.
Yeah, I only put like
My
4
guess
of them
is
up
that
there.
each will also require manners.
But this is
Which you
my
can find in
personal
Hogsmeade, should you need more.
Facebook.
I really must be off. Such a
The
pleasure
one that's
to
at the
meet
top
you.
of the screen. The other one is my
And do be careful out here. Now, I've
my
got
gaming
what
page
needed. I shall
on
return
Facebook.
to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay. Alright, so alright, John Cena, stick around. For the rest of you guys though, I'm getting ready to end the stream. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell so you can be notified the next time I stream. And you guys, thanks for watching. John Cena. I'll show you real quick. The game library. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. So, these are the games that I have on here. And then, these are some other games I have on here. And then whatever's available, PlayStation Plus, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Alright guys, you guys enjoy your day. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.